it's Melanie. Happy Monday and welcome back. I hope your week is off to a great start. We have more Halloween candles to discuss in today's videos. Kringle Candle was kind enough to send me all three of the Halloween collections this year. So we have 2 additional collections to discuss today. I will be doing them both in separate videos. So in this first video here today, we're going to be talking about the Spellbound collection, which are these black jars here. They are a little bit more reminiscent, obviously, of the country candle jars. There is also a really lovely ombre jar collection that is launching, and this is the artist-based collection, I believe is what they're calling it. So these jars here, we'll be discussing these fragrances in the next video that's going to go up a little bit later on today. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button right below the video here. That way all of my home fragrance content will pop up in your subscription feed as it goes live here on my channel. Also, check the description box. I will link to where to purchase any of these items if you're interested. You can use my affiliate discount code Melanie15. That will save you 15% off of your purchase. These are not going to be on sale during the initial release, obviously. So if you want to save 15%, you can use my code, but you can also use your rewards points as well. So there's a couple different ways that you can save a little bit of money on these. So anyway, you guys, I was really appreciative of Kringle of providing all 3 of these collections so that I could share my thoughts with you. I know that in the first round I had Stella helping me. She is actually not home right now. She is out playing with some friends. So she is not around for the filming of these 2 videos here, but I will be having Stella join me in some more home fragrance content coming up this fall. I know she had a really good time, and honestly, your feedback for her on that video was such a, it was such a mood boost for her. It just put the biggest smile on her face. You guys are so kind, and it is greatly appreciated. So just a little personal note from my mama heart there. But anyway, quickly before we get into these candles, I want to let you guys know that if you are still interested in the classic black Kringle Halloween jars, the vast majority of those are still available. I believe Nevermore has sold out, but most of the other fragrances are still on the website. I will link my video in the description box down below as well in case you missed that one, if you would like a first sniff impressions there. And then on my community tab, I talked about the initial post-burn reviews for those that were interested in terms of how the fragrances transformed once they were lit. So check out my community tab for that information, and the video will be linked in the description box. I know that they poured the classic jars in much more significant quantities this year, but I can tell you right now that these were poured in more limited quantities, as were these. So I don't know if either collection is going to have sellouts. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what the final numbers were in terms of production for these, but I do know that the black jars were poured in much higher quantity, just in anticipation of the vast majority of people probably being interested in a lot of those fragrances. So, all right, you guys, we have some initial information to go through here, and then we're going to start sniffing. Again, these are true first sniff impressions. Yeah, okay. August 16th at 12:01 a.m. So that's midnight Eastern Standard Time is when the Spellbound collection will be launching. Just an FYI that the artist-based collection is also launching on the 16th at the same time. So both collections launching at the same time. You can kind of pick and choose which of the 2 you're interested in. Okay, so first of all, I was really intrigued by the look of these candles. I think in terms of the, the concept here, they're really unique looking. So I started to kind of take the plastic off of this one. So let's start with this one while we're at it. First of all, I love the black jars. I love the fact that they did a different lid. Usually there is a different lid that goes onto these country candle jars, but they decided to go with this. It's like a metal, it's got a cute little handle at the top. Definitely suits this overall like styling here quite well. I love the labels. Now, these candles I don't think are going to be for everybody necessarily. I know there are some people that don't like this whole kind of witch inspired line. Completely understand that. If these are not for you, that's totally fine. I think this is kind of fun. It's a little bit different, and I really like how they just went full in with these. There is actually a chant on the back. And these are really interesting because they actually have crystals in them. So each one will have a different crystal. This kind of almost looks like an amethyst in a way. It's a beautiful purple stone. Now, Kringle recommends that you take these out prior to burning, but you can leave them in and they will not affect the overall burn of the candle. But as you can see, it's pretty easy to pluck them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out because I'm totally gonna keep these and put them into a little jar. So I'll show you what it looks like after they're all out. There is a little bit of wax that comes off with the crystals here. As you can see, the wax is soft. It's not crazy soft, like you can't, you know, like really easily dig your finger into these, but it is a softer style of wax, so keep that in mind. I'm just probably gonna rinse these off in some hot water, and then I'll just put them in a cute little container or something. I just think it's really a fun touch to add the crystals in there. I think it definitely, you know, kind of lends to that slightly witchy vibe there. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just plop all of mine onto this little plastic piece here. And let's start talking about these fragrances. Okay, so this first one here is called Guardian's Vigil. And this is the front, and then this is the back. I'm gonna read you guys the chant here. Wards and shields surround this space, Guardian's Vigil in every place. Banish darkness, keep evil at bay, protect and shield both night and day. So cute little chant there. And let's go ahead and read through the fragrance notes. Okay, so this one's a spicy one. I can already smell it. I haven't even like fully stuck my nose in it, but as soon as I opened that lid, it like, this is potent. All right, the top notes here are patchouli and spice. The mid notes are fir resin and herbal. And then the base is amber and green. Ooh, okay. The patchouli here is interesting because usually patchouli to my nose comes off in one of two ways. Either a very beautiful, more perfumey patchouli, more like sophisticated, like a really beautiful, almost fancy lady scent, right? Like there is that type of patchouli. And then there's also the very like dirty hippie patchouli where it's very earthy, very, just very potent, you know, kind of smells a little dirty. This patchouli is kind of in between those two, which usually I interpret it either one way or the other, but with this one, it's a little dirty, but it's also a little perfumey. In terms of how this is coming across in here, I think it lends itself to a really kind of nice Halloween type vibe, that's for sure. There is a definite herbal note here. It's kind of hard to say exactly what the herbal portion is, but it just comes across as maybe like, I think in a way it's like a sage smoke type herbal note. I think that's what I feel like I'm smelling here. These other notes of spice, I feel like there might be a little bit of like a pepper in here, but not much in the way of other spices. Fir resin, yes, for sure. Amber, yes. And the amber is a very nice amber. There is also a touch of green in here. It's almost like, I would say, a leafy green type note. I think it definitely kind of lends itself to a slightly spooky vibe for sure. I think this is definitely a good Halloween scent. I will say with some of these other ones, I've been hearing some rumblings about these leaning quite floral. And I am in the same camp as a lot of other people where I'm not sure that I would equate Halloween with a lot of different floral notes. So I'm very interested to see what the rest of these come across as. But I will say in terms of this Guardian's Vigil, this does have a Halloween vibe to my nose for sure. So I'm thinking this is gonna be probably one of the more popular ones, if this is one of the few that, you know, doesn't have a lot of like a floral forward component to it, if that makes sense. All right, I'm just gonna grab one. Ooh, and this one is called Spirit's Call. So I really don't think that actually, by the way, these are the cuticle scissors that I use to trim my really fragile wicks. So today I'm using them to cut the plastic off my candles here. All right, so Spirit's Call. Looks like we have a skull on here with a snake. I don't like snakes. I'm not a snake person, but anyway, there's a snake just kind of coming in and out of that skull there. And the chant on the back, let's read that really quickly. By candles glow and shadows deep, I call upon the spirits here to speak. Open the veil between this world and the next. Let the wisdom flow and their message be blessed. All right, so let's see what we have here. Ooh, these are pretty. Okay, so these are, it looks like I've got shades of brown for the crystals in here. You can see those nicely embedded in that wax. So let's see. Yep, these come out nice and easy. So I'm just gonna grab those and plop them out. There we go. And let's smell. I'm gonna smell it before I read you the fragrance notes this time. Ooh, this is a very smoky incense right off the bat. Okay, oh yeah, okay, top note, smoked pumpkin. The mid notes are guaiac and clove wood. The base is cedarwood and autumn patchouli. Ooh, that smoked pumpkin note. First of all, I don't really get pumpkin. It just smells like smoked wood. It smells like smoky wood, like a hearth, but very incense smoky, if that makes sense. It's probably that guaiac that is am I saying that right? I feel like I'm saying that right. Obviously, I know I'll be corrected, but let me know. Did I say that word correctly? I think I did. I believe this is the type of wood, actually. Ooh, the clove wood. Yeah, it's almost like the clove spice, but like, it's just mixed with like a woody, like a really deep, deep woody note, and like an aged wood note for sure, like an aged oak almost in a way, but just like mix it with some clove, if that makes sense. Patchouli, yeah, once again, it's interesting, like both of these now have had that kind of in-between type of patchouli note. Again, I'm getting that here. It smells a little bit heavy and dirty, but also slightly perfumey at the same time. But I will say this is not a perfumey fragrance overall. This is very heavy smoke incense vibes. And again, I think this is a good Halloween type fragrance. This one, no floral notes are present to my nose. They're not listed here either. So, so far, these two are giving me definite like spookier, like haunted house, Halloween type vibes. These are not what I would consider like fall, you know, like flowery gourmands or anything like that. They're quite heavy. They're quite potent. I'm curious to see how these burn in terms of strength and throw, so stay tuned. I'm hoping that I'm gonna get, okay, I just grabbed the Limerance Light. So maybe this is one that is slightly floral. Hold on, where is it? Feather musk. What is feather musk? Sorry, I'm just reading through the fragrance notes while I'm cutting here. I don't think this one is going to come across as floral, but let's see. All right, Limerance Light. Let's take a look at the label here. So we've got a heart that has a lock on it, and then a set of keys. There we go. The chant on the back reads, hearts entwined, love's sweet embrace, lust and desire, passion's grace. In love's embrace, souls interlace, bound by love in every space. Oh, that's actually kind of sweet. I like that one. That's nice. All right, what are we getting here? All right, come on. Okay, so this looks to be almost like the rose quartz. Oh, these are pretty. These are very pretty. So there we go. You can see those. They're quite light. They're almost kind of blending into the wax there. These are embedded into the wax just a little bit more, so I'm not going to dig these out right now. I will say I'm a little nervous about the placement of this wick right here. This wick is very close to the edge. The other ones are perfectly centered so far. So I might not like that wick. I'm a little nervous. I wish this camera would, oh, there you go. There's that wick that I'm talking about. This one makes me a little nervous, so I'm gonna have to watch that and see if maybe I can correct it a little bit more towards the middle. But if not, I'm just gonna leave that unlit. So, all right, let's go ahead and, ooh, that's actually kind of pretty. This is a very pretty scent. Okay, our top notes here are cedarwood, marine, hints of water, green, and peach skin. The mid notes are just autumn patchouli. The base is sandalwood, feather musk, which it sounds fabulous, black vanilla, amber, and tonka. I wonder if it's that black vanilla that's getting me here, because I like this. This one is definitely perfumey though. I would not, almost perfumey in a more masculine way. But I would wear this. Like, it's probably a pretty decent like unisex type fragrance. This is a great bedroom scent. Okay, so what am I getting here? Cedarwood, yes. Marine. There's a touch of like a salty ocean air type of vibe in here. I am getting that. Hints of water. I don't know. No, probably not. Peach skin? Yeah, little bit of like a peachy sweetness here for sure. It's not heavy. I will say that autumn patchouli, it's real nice in here. This is again leaning more towards perfumey patchouli rather than dirty hippie patchouli. I love the way this smells. This amber and this tonka in here combined with that, what is apparently a feather musk, is those base notes. They're speaking to me. The sandalwood is really lovely. That vanilla is very deep and rich. The tonka adds depth, and the amber gives more of that like resinous, slightly sweet perfuminess. I love this smell. I love this. And I do like, I love the quartz. So cute. Yeah, I really like these quartz ones. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, I gotta keep going. How long have we been up? 20 minutes. Okay, we have 3 more. We're gonna do it. Let's do it. All right. This next one is hexes on my exes. Oh man, back in the day, I would have been tempted. I have some exes in my life. I wish them nothing but well at this point, but I did not back in the day. I have matured a lot, I will say. I'm quite proud of myself. Okay, here we have 2 roses on the front, and then the back reads, from darkness rise, let the curse begin. Let agony and sorrow fill their skin, withered and cursed. Love turned to dust, bring pain and misery. as I must. Yeah, it's kind of a mean one. Again, at this point, I wish them well, but I would have definitely lit this candle back in the day. Okay, it looks like here we have some black crystals. These are smaller than the crystals in my first couple candles, but you can see them in there. Isn't that just a neat touch? I really like that they did that. Okay, this I can smell. Here comes some floral. Here comes some floral. I can already smell it. All right, the top notes, floral and rose. The mid notes are jasmine and violet, and the base is sandalwood and fruit. This just went full rose, which I know it kind of makes sense in this one, I feel like, but I don't think people are super pleased about florals being included in this Halloween collection. Totally get that. It's typically something that I would personally like to see more in spring candles, but I don't know, it's something different, I guess. Ooh, that's okay. This is straight up rose, and this is, oh, this is taking me back to the more old-fashioned rose days. This kind of reminds me of what I would think like a rose perfume smelled like maybe in the Victorian era. It's that very classic, almost borderline soapy rose. And it's that classic red rose smell, right? Like it's not the beautiful, more modern cabbage roses, the David Austin roses. It doesn't smell like those. It's like taking me back to the old school, soapy, classic rose days. Yeah, jasmine. I smell a little bit of jasmine in here. I don't pick up violet. Not yet anyway. Sandalwood and fruit. I'm not really getting much in the way of sandalwood, you guys. This is coming across as pure rose. I wonder how this one is going to do. I wonder if people are going to be interested in this one. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing fruity. It's a soapy classic rose. Yeah. It's a little too much rose for me, I'll be honest with this one. Out of the three so far, this is probably my least favorite. And this is actually something that I would be more apt to burn in the springtime. I'll definitely burn this and review it for you, but this is something that I would consider then saving until spring and just pulling it out and maybe putting it in like a candle sleeve or something. Obviously it has a very, you know, Halloween-y type vibe to it. It's a black jar, but yeah. I don't know. I'm not loving the rose on this one. I like more of the modern rose where it just smells prettier and soapy. I mean, does that make sense? Like, I feel like a lot of these more old-fashioned rose scents just come across soapy to my nose. But anyway, let's keep going. This next one is Fortune's Beacon. So let's go ahead and let me have my phone go. Okay. Ooh, this is another one of the floral ones. Okay, so what do we have? I'm not sure what this is on the front here. I'm not, you know, I'm not in the witchy world, so I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, the chant on the back, let's read it. Wealth and fortune come to me, abundance flow, prosperity be free, success and joy in every part, fortune's beacon I now impart. Well, if that isn't something that I'm sure most of us would love to entertain. I could always use more money, right? All right, let's see. Oh, these are pretty. Oh, look at these green crystals. I love them. Oh, I love these. Look at how pretty those are. Oh, I love the green. Oh. Ooh, hyacinth. Straight up. Straight up hyacinth. Okay. Green and jasmine are the top notes. Hyacinth and clover are the mid notes. Wood and musk are the base. Woody or musky? No. Hyacinth. I would say 98% hyacinth. Touch of jasmine again. A little bit of green. Clover. This is pure hyacinth. This is so much floral and a very distinctly spring floral. So I don't know. It's a pretty hyacinth. Listen, as far as hyacinth goes, it is one, very accurate, and two, very potent. So if you are a hyacinth flower lover, I would definitely suggest picking this up. I mean, I don't know how you feel about the packaging, but the fragrance itself, it's spot on. And that is almost 100% of this candle. I mean, there's a few of those other notes that I can kind of get, but I anticipate when lighting this one that it's gonna be pretty much mostly hyacinth as well. So a little disappointed in that one personally. Still liking the first three a lot better. We have one more, guys, so let's do it. This one here is Purifying Radiance, which, who doesn't need some purification every now and then? All right, so, ooh, we have two brooms. There we go, we got the two brooms. All right, the chant reads, sweep away all negativity, pure and cleanse my energy. By the power of fire, earth, air, and sea, bring purity and light to me. All right. Let's do it. Let's purify. Oh, okay. And these are the clear crystals here. So can you even see them? Ooh, it's a clean, fresh scent. We know how I feel about clean, fresh scents. They're not my favorite, but let's see here. Ozone and green are the top notes. Sage and floral aldehydes are the mid notes. Mint and wood. There it is. There had to be mint in here somewhere, didn't there? Yes, there did. There had to be. It's quite minty. There's a lot of that mint is coming through as almost like a top note here, to be completely honest. Ozone. I mean, it certainly smells fresh. Floral aldehydes, yeah. I can see that. Sage, I can see a touch of sage. Green, yeah. I feel like the green is just mostly mint. Wood, it's a little bit of like a woody note in here, but definitely I think that's something that will develop a little bit more when I light this one. I don't love the scent. I gotta be honest, I don't love the scent. I do think this will be a great bathroom candle. I'm totally gonna burn this in our powder room downstairs the week of Halloween. I think it's gonna be great in terms of, you know, the ambiance here, and it certainly is a fresh, clean, bathroom friendly fragrance. So that's where I think this one will live. All right. Let me give you guys my honest take now that I have sniffed through these for the first time. The last three are definitely a lot more like to me. These first three actually ended up kind of being my favorites, even though these first two are not really in my usual wheelhouse. I do think as far as Halloween fragrances, they are like, they're pretty spot on. Yeah, especially the Spirit's Call and the Guardian's Vigil. Both of these, if you're looking for the more pure Halloween, slightly spooky, outdoorsy, smoky kind of smells, you're gonna like these. And then this Limerance and Light here, I just personally like this one because it smells like a really beautiful perfume. I would wear this. So if you're looking for a more beautiful kind of, not necessarily spooky, but beautiful Halloween type scent, I think this is one worth checking out for sure. The other three, I don't know. I can see where people, you know, have some disappointment in these being more floral based and a little bit more fresh. I think people are looking for more along the lines of these two here, where we've got the Spirit's Call and the Guardian's Vigil. These, I think, are fragrances that the vast majority of the Halloween people are going to be pretty pumped about. But yeah, you guys, Here's the thing. I really appreciate, oh, I'm gonna get cut off, hold on. Sorry about that, my camera cuts me off at 30 minutes, so I cut myself off before the camera did, but I appreciate them doing something different. I do think that this was a really good idea in terms of the overall concept. I love the addition of the crystals. I love the addition of changing up the lids on these country jars. And I think these country jars in black, I think that's a good direction. I love that they went with a completely different type of Halloween vibe for this one, going with more of like a witchy spell type of release. But I do think that some of the fragrances are gonna come across as a flop. So I'll be very curious to see how these particular ones sell. Like I said, they are going to be launching on August 16th. I will get to burning these, and per usual, I want to burn them at least a third of the way down. These are in the country candle jars, but this is not colored wax. So I'm wondering if these are actually gonna burn a little bit better because they don't have the added colorant. But yeah, I will definitely get to burning these. I will be doing post-burn reviews, and if I don't get the post-burn reviews done prior to the 16th, I will do what I did with the other collection, where I just wrote down my initial post-burn thoughts, and then we'll discuss a little bit more in depth as I get further into them. Could potentially be after the launch, especially since there's quite a number of these to go through, but I'm already in my fall frame of mind here, so I'm ready to start transitioning to all of the fall stuff. But please let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know how you feel about these, whether, you know, the concept is offensive to you, or whether you like this idea but you're kind of disappointed in the fragrances. Kringle is really good about accepting feedback about their products. And so I think it's great for people to leave some suggestions or ideas about what they like and don't like about these, especially these next two collections here, or this collection and the one that I'm going to show you a little bit later on today. Leave your thoughts in the comments, because I just think it's very helpful for Kringle to be able to kind of gauge like what people are actually interested in and what they're not interested in. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for being here. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you guys in a few hours here for the artist-based collection for sniff reviews. I'm really excited to dig into these. I'm gonna start filming this right after this video here, so I'll see you in a little while. Take care.